Tiga.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good morning. We meet again with me, Salma
and Dina
in Coverage 7. This time we will present about graph from Indonesian problem, which is about foreign workers.
For more, keep watching.
Keep watching, guys. In the midst of the still unemployment of labor force in the country, the problem of the influx of foreign workers or TKA to Indonesia is very alarming. In Indonesia, currently in the mortality rate is still 7 million people, not including workers in the informal sector who are very vulnerable for falling into the new poor. Cost flow are indeed needed and become on the government's goal to increase the foundation of the national economy as well as being a driver of new employment growth. However, increasing to need for payment was followed by increasing costs for works. So, it be known if there were many parties. The Presidential Regulation Number 20 and 2018 concerning the use of foreign workers which came into effect on March 29, 2018 is government political policy which is fair to have counterproductive effect. The new purpose will replace Presidential Regulation Number 72 of 2014 concerning the use of foreign workers made in the era of the sixth President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. Is considered to provide various concessions to foreign workers. The concession risks threatening the existence and opportunities of local labor. When speaking on a paper, indeed in the applicable provision, foreign workers are not permitted to enter into jobs and that are decisive are rude. Thank you from me.
Regardless of how much actually there are foreign workers in Indonesia and how the mode they develop to deal with government oversight, which is clear when the requirement regarding foreign workers are relaxed, a number of these are fair to arise. First, it is triggering social jealousy among local workers to TKA due to difference in the facilities and salaries they receive. As is now the result of the investigation of the Republic of Indonesia Ombudsman in 7 provinces found that not a few TKA turned out to work as abuse work with fees that were 3 times higher than local works. Second, the risk causing a process of marginalization of domestic job seeker is because it narrows the opportunities for local workers to be absorbed in the various available employment opportunities. So far, it is no secret when industrialization enters an area. What happens is usually not only the process of infiltration and invasion of foreign migrants, but also the succession process of ownership of assets and employment opportunities that should be provided by local workers. Under the pretext or consideration of competencies, foreign workers are considered more qualified. Often certain factories prefer to employ foreign workers rather than local works. Apart from being considered as having the potential to support production activities because they like demonstration or are involved in demonstration, the existence of local works is considered right to undermine the company's performance. In a context like this, therefore, some companies prefer to employ foreign workers rather than local workers who are considered often fuzzy.
Okay, enough.
Never.
And then about graph, we will explain by my partner, Ismaker.
Foreign workers are only allowed to enter skilled work and are also required to transfer technology and their capabilities to work local workers. But in reality, it often happens that rules only become tigers on paper. The indication that there are many foreign workers who invade Indonesia must be admitted, not just figments. In a number of regions, it is known that not a few foreign workers who seize employment opportunities are actually as casual jobs, eliminating opportunities for local workers who need them. In a number of industries, there are not once or twice the presence of foreign workers who becomes unskilled laborers, sleeping in barracks provided by factories or living around factory sites. The government claims that according to official data, the number of foreign workers is no more than 80,000 until 90,000 people, but in the reality, many foreign workers enter Indonesia without going through the official channels determined. Various forms of violation of residence permits and so forth are suspected to be often used by a number of foreign workers to deal with the rules and restrictions that apply. We can look at the graph that the foreign workers in Indonesia always increased from 2007 until 2017. This should be a concern for the Indonesian people, especially the government.